You heard there's a gun that's shooting straight and hitting hard, so you go right out to Norway and try it out. The rumors are true. It is great. And, oh my god, they're selling the Blueprint, which you don't have. Bought that. Oh my god, look, they're selling the sexiest gold-plated skin ever. Bought, equipped. 10 games later, you couldn't be happier. 10 hours later, you log in, get in your first gunfight, and bam, you are dead. What? You would have died yesterday. Then the shock fades into understanding. Yesterday, the devs sold you a Blueprint and a weapon skin for the M249. And then today, they nerfed her. You wouldn't think that could happen. Ever, right? Wrong. It could, and it did. It happened yesterday. Welcome to Norway. You are in the drop zone, and I am JealousFist. Yes, I am. And today, we're talking dev feedback, where we critique, discuss, and cause a fuss. The M249. Since the update, she has been fantastic. I didn't expect her to stay that great, right? I mean, you didn't either. We all know the deal by now with something good. They give us something good for a little bit, and then they nerf it and take it away. That's just how the game has turned out to be. But yesterday, something happened that I don't think has happened before in the game. They sold the M249 Blueprint and the sweet gold-plated weapon skin for her, and then the next day, they nerfed her. They changed the recoil, the damage seems down, or they made it so less bullets are counting, registering. I'm not sure. It's handling a lot different, and she's hitting people different, or I should say less, right? I've been talking to a lot of people publicly and privately, and there seems to basically be two schools of thought on this. One school is that this is just an honest mistake. They were probably just intending to nerf her that day, and they were probably intending to sell the blueprints and the weapon skins as well, and they just never really thought about the timing, and maybe one team made the one decision, the other team made the other decision, and there was no communication between the two. That kind of stuff happens. Who knows, right? The second school of thought is that this is just a bait and switch, right? Like they knew they were going to nerf it and then figured they would sell the blueprint and the skin while the selling was good because they knew people would want that stuff because everybody knew how great the saw was. Well, what do I think about this, right? That's what we're here for. This is my channel, right? I would say never attribute malice when it very well could be a mistake. Why do I think that? One, they've never done something like this before, I'm pretty sure. And two, I mean, you have to be cynical about this, right? This is a video game, it's a business. This would be against their interests. If the player base, the playership thought that's really what they did, it would cost them money and players in the future. It would get around, people would be mad. I just can't really see them doing that. So why am I making this video? So the devs know selling us something only to make it not as good the next day is not how we stay vigorous in Norway. That's just not how Norwegians treat each other. I mean, we may shoot each other over some pieces of metal and some broken, dusty vacuum tubes, but we take our purchases of crowns, weapons, skins, and blueprints seriously. Also, this could help prevent future mistakes like this, costing players the time and money. You know, we don't want this to happen again. I mean, this is not cool. I've got messages from people who, you know, this money matters to them. It matters to them. What can we do as Norwegians about this? I mean, well, at the end of the day, nothing, right? We can't really do anything, but we can let them know what we think about this kind of stuff. And in the interest of like more stuff like this not happening in the future, I'm gonna start a new series, feedback for the devs, either weekly or bi-weekly. I'm not sure how we're gonna do it. And if you suggest a good title for it, depending on my mood, I might give you something for it. So think about that. So with this new feedback series, it is going to be feedback from you guys. I'm going to, weekly or bi-weekly depending, pin a new thread to the top of our VigorGamePlays. You'll see it on the screen there. If you don't have Reddit, join Reddit, get an account, go to our VigorGamePlays. You can do it on desktop or in the app. I suggest the app. It's much easier to use in there on your phone. And come and submit your ideas, questions, feedback, thoughts, concerns. If you go there to post something, you see somebody else has posted it, just upvote it. Actually click the upvote or just say this underneath it. Actually, knowing how people like to downvote, scratch the upvoting, just say this underneath it so we know how many people we're going to say the same thing, because that would be important, because the top answers, the most requested, most suggested things, topics, ideas, etc. I'm going to talk about in the video. We're going to submit it to the devs so we know for sure they're seeing our questions and concerns. Not throwing shade, not talking smack, not trying to turn their tomatoes into ketchup. But you know, it's a company. Sometimes they can pick and choose what they want to respond to or claim to have heard. Well, if I submit videos to them on your feedback, they are going to see it and they're going to know that these are our concerns. And not to sound sinister on that, because I don't think they're like that. And I'm only saying this, devs, because I have gotten some messages from people who think you guys have been very, very sinister about this. Indeed, I don't think you understand how upsetting this is to some people. That's a big reason why I'm doing this. And then whenever I release one of these feedback, topic, discussional, whatever you want to call them, videos, I will put in the description a link to the original thread in Reddit so that anybody that's interested can go click into it and see what we were talking about, because most good knowledge and info and tips and advice, it really is on Reddit with this game. And I believe if you just click on one of those links on Reddit but don't have an account, you can still read everything. You just can't comment or interact or anything like that. So don't let not having a Reddit account keep you from enjoying Reddit. There's a lot of knowledge on there to have for free just by lurking around in there, scrolling through. Now, I did say I'll basically submit anything for the devs to see, but there's limits to that. Keep it church, okay? If you wouldn't say this kind of stuff in front of your mother or your pastor, your imam, your rabbi, what do the Scientologists use? Is that auditors? Your auditor, trying to bring in all the faiths here. Norway's a big land. There's many gods, many practices. I don't know what you guys are all into. I have a religion that's based on this video game. I mean, your religion is not weirder than mine. I literally believe the devs are gods. So you get no judgment from me. We're very accepting in Norway, as long as you don't have an airdrop. And then I will shoot you in your face. That handsome, beautiful Norwegian face. And as always, I am your #1 airdrops retreat, 12,000 and counting, all time, all systems, and your favorite official Vigor partner, JealousFist. Bye.